Ebusuafo yeni nkomo kakra bi. Ena ye 30th December 2023. Na ene due yi se odam Ghana mountain so a you see so many posters. Asofo ye crusade. Ghana for binom so go Atwea mountains ne Abono mountains ni ade. Almost how they say almost say almost cross it over to year 2024. Na asofo je musika ni ade na ye bufa so de mpaebosem na afia ye ba bi wremu die Awurade ne ohwefo na bibia ye Awurade na bibia ye mpaebo na bibia ye Yesu na bibia ye den na bibia ye den na bibi mfa ha na nkosi ha ni ade ensem bebre menua me de me da bia beka me ba social media me de religion and a before politics came to play, because I know the kind of damage religion at damage dream. I know the kind of a setback religion set back. I know the kind of harm or religion cause it to we the Ghanaian, and I say we the people, we the black people. It's the bia me chere say mo aya mo sending me audios near the mo wastable time. Religion idea me nyai ho asem enka enne nyai ho asem kachina. Me koswa bo religion chi saa. I don't care about your belief. Me de bia me ka otu fie me so me fie. Okowa sorry a me ntimi me sisiu. Me ntimi ma ofie sa chinchina me nkwa sorry. I can't stop you from going to church. I can't stop you from believing in the Bible. I can't stop you from believing what you believe in. I can't stop you from following God or following Christ, or I can't stop you from your belief. Nebom no krebi o wa e wose bitimi e ma wuti ase e se na bia yempo ugidie na udi akire no, you know what to expect and what not to expect. What you say pa yenti bibia say time itself is an illusion. Time make a wasem no e nipa na e create time. Nipa share area e na e di create time tie it is a nyame bi oho anase sunsum bi ohwa oti hwiemu a ohira nipa owiase a sa sunsum no onfa emre ho onfa time ho se eye 2023 onfa ho se eye 2024 onfa ho se eye 2026 so time bi e di ho onfa ho na emom bibia no eye wo ankasa omodem mo tie mi ye wa say saboti Ghana afibia ekọ ewie ya 31st night ni ade free be 25th ko nyina na maso abo ho akogu Atwea mountains ni ade na bo bompa ye die rusie think say next year na mo ba abewura mu no eye obo ade bi anasa Israel nyame bi na ebeboa ama watimi ade yi ewo abrabom now so se mo wura afinu mu a the value remains the same. Sometimes crampo no things become worse. For example, in 2022 31st year December bobo mpaye for 2023, but here we are 2023 akwawiye ekufuado de ka over 1 trillion Ghana cedis munya hoto bronya musi mo edi because musika samunya enti no me bisa agidi for say sebi o mompai bo na bobo ye 31st night 2022 no empire bo no nyankopon no otie anase wentie monti bibi ase ewi ase. Life is full of choices. Me so gidi say obo ade bi o ho a obo nipa I've got no problem, but tiase say obo ade no wabo ni bibi ahwie wabo nipa ahwie wabo ensu ahwie wabo enu ahwie wabo everything ahwie na wabo wo nipa e de adwe ni nyansa ato utirimu enti wabra bo no the way a esi a ekono. You are the creator, you are the writer, you are the inventor of your own life. For example, so you are dream say, oh, fa insuo so, there are two things involved. Either say, ubetimi etwa nsuo no akwa akuduru, esiki asalom anase ubotu no ebe pai ama what drowning ama wowu. Two things is either you survive, you go through, or you die. Into whichever path a man take it, God is with you. Yemfa this a kwan bi obefa, except bia obetwa bia no, so God will be your heart. That God is already with you. Now mind you, say for example, Kromfo ko wiade. Now obon paye say Awurade ebuami o. Na me ntimi ko wiade e ma police fo nchimi o, Awurade ebuami o. At the same time no, police ni nso ebon paye say Awurade ebuami na enemenche Kromfo yi say na be ya me so no, metimi enya promotion ewo eye police adwumanum. Enti ebia enne de nyankopon na wogi ni di no obe wadom ama obetimi awia saa de no police ni enchewo. Mind you say you have to have this at the back of your mind. They say nobody is special under the sun. Listen to me carefully. This is the truth. Nobody is special under the sun. Enti no saa nyankopon na oye wadom buwa according to your belief. Emma oria saa de na obia entimi anchewo no echi na bi nso obeye police ni na dom. Na se police ni chewu a waba be se Awurade we de enti naja me call ya o ma police ni che me. Luck is not a permanent thing. And why lucky tomorrow you might not be lucky. So nobody is special under the sun. Everything depends on your choices, the decision you make today. Listen to me carefully. On say Sabote Ghana boko Atwea Mountains ekobom pioneer de nanso samoko abuchira 31st night broni pia ni wa ohye ewura mu se obom pie de across over. Ask yourself edi entia and the bogafo every Ghana akotena broche nyina obia ni wa wakɔhye mountain se obom pie de across over. Now so yewura afofofro no mu a eyemu a wote Ghana mokɔ mountains mokɔ crusade mudi musika nyina kɔma osofo across over no. You the same people etwe phone the frɛ abroche phone na anko mountains anko osofo bi nkyɛn sɛ ɔmo nsa anya adwuma ensɛ de usika ɛwɔ Ghana to survive. Abrochire say ameno ka say they are chilling in the clubs, they are doing they are popping champagne, they are doing fireworks to cross over because someone every day be a in the life of Bruni every day be a esika, and beside no sika me ni every day is happiness on the land of the white man. Enti na mugu Atwea Mountains ni adabobom paye no Bruni or the club obekona ashaw for my ye to eke wo so ye to na Bruni $2 the bottle no so say pa ni ade. They are always chilling, popping champagne, doing fireworks. Onya time on kotra osofo bi ase anase ewurem ba bia mountains bi ase say anase mountain bi so say obom paye ache nyankopon bi across over there bi. Now so ye rad new year no mu a otumi use na dwen say Ghana fo nya lithium a otumi ba Ghana e kire wo say lithium na wanyan esan say sabi o wuni akade na wunim hu nim de na wunim hu nyansa obetimi de to lithium ni ntin ono to lithium no na so to wie a wama wo ko black 13% pe ba sa ni paro wama mpaye sa ni pano oni Israel ya mechi sa ni pano onkoshe mountains and cross over sa ni pano on fa ni sika nyina ma asofo ene opa fasa sem opa fa on penso agyae me I don't care. Ushe background ya mi we ya it tells you say me mere we ase and I may break crampo I just have brain Ghana for bi no. I'm living in a very nice house. Ushe me background now we nye sabi ordinary Ghana background we ye nice apartment pa na me team. It is the kind of a hoche na mo nemu no me nemu bi it make us say ya mo ntie because me ja sorry ko me ja me sika na me dey ma so for over 12 years ago and me ja sorry ko. My brother bonko na chill because I know who I am. I know God. I don't believe in God. I know God because I know say me ye a replica of God. So everything God did, I can do. Everything God did. Sa dream God ya to me tribuno. Se me so me mama dream ye juma. Bet me di ye. Ma me ka se me nchrew. Opa 2024. O tithe, o offering, any usika o dema asofo nyina koto susu box. Na fa sa sika ni na egum. Sunday no. Say bianca the bear 20 Ghana e de kwa sorry a. Sa 20 Ghana no put it in that susu box. Ebia every month bia no say ebia bear 100 or 50 Ghana. E na menua okwa sorry e di tua title sa 100 and now say 50 no. Put it in your susu box. Number afenim kwa wiye and you see how much money you have. That will be the biggest crossing over for you. You will see how much money you have. Sa business na bribia wo so che Nyankopon se Nyankopon ni wadom na wonya sika emfamie sa business no. You will get that money to open that business. Sa brocha konto na eda wani so no, you get enough money to pay for any connection man to process your visa for you to go to abroad. Everything is by planning. Everything is by calculation. Everything is by using your brain. They say your life is your choice. So what's the idea? Let's say ene so you are doing say free fee akoria dia. There is no supernatural power that will stop you. So you are doing say empo obeye punoa. There is no supernatural power that will stop you. Whatever a man chooses to do in life, there is no supernatural power that will stop you. It tells you say your life, your responsibility. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Nobody controls your life. You are the designer. You are the architect of your own life. So take charge of your life and stop depending on people. Stop depending on the church. Stop depending on pastors. They add no value to your life. Say Bible no pray no cry for so many years ni ya kan Bible akan over and over again. E di asem na ehye Bible no mu a wonim. Bible mu nsem no ye di ama wa wie ko wiase na bobra. Use wadwen na for bobra. E di ade na ehye Bible no mu a ebesi na wonte ase. Me no nye chinyi. I don't care about it. Bible no free Nyankopon. Bible no free Yesu ne baye. The Bible was inspired by people to write the Bible, and the Bible is the word of God. I've got no problem. I'm not here to argue with you. This is early morning. I'm not here to have that argument with you. But the amateur they say, for if you say sorry my the Bible you know the Bible, you know say Nyankopon aka kire wo say sebi you ade ya won pese ye de beye wo no won so memfa nya onua bi. You know say Bible ne say Nyankopon say menku nipa. You know say Bible ne say Nyankopon say meni bone. You know all these things. Ye decide nyansa na ma wo say. Ye decide Nyankopon asem na ma wo say ko wiase na fa bra. So why must you keep going to the church to listen to the same story over and over again, to pay dues or to pay taxes based on you hearing that story? And then I saw for Ajimwadria Boso, Nigel gaze it to me Babonte will say, Wahu Nyankopon da, na Nyankopon na ohu no, ni true se bruni, ni true fita se bruni, abe the one dear, na sebi you, yaka embuwa se wachro. Inti we a black man, na se also da ye, ehu Nyankopon, na se we hu Nyankopon in your color, Nyankopon na ohu ye no, onye black person. Or more sakora se ekufuado name sa Nyankopon na uhu no ni trim se broni abrewa. It tells you say you are still under mental slavery. Because why must you see God in the image of another race and not in your own race? Mean we are not Africa for and Ghana for black people. Yenre sansem we huna sebi yensu nyansa. Obika we ya means easy will say men sorry. Me obeka sorry is your own problem. But I am giving you the pros and cons of going to church. I am making you question your own belief. Say na say nature be ne boy near or the adrenaline nyansa eto obi atirimu or the hwe aha mi we wow more crossing over no me crossing over nko ba bia o mato champagne mato eye your friend say me ba na me twa nkire mo mato eye wine a me bono ha wo wine see me ha. This is my dining table wo wine see me ha wine a me no muni o eti mo Atwea mountains abobo mpa me mitimi fia me twa wine we every me toy man no ma na be drew be half. Eti mu amoti aso de ma modi musika ma asofo no me mitimi fie me bo meduane menya me breakfast bia me bo menya me kosua bia machi a sebi o me bo me wine bibia me here bia me won wa ha. Right, you see, very nice apartment, very nice luxurious apartment abitimo no sebi menya here ni bebre sa. What you say? Eti mu hwe wine na me bo no na wine no sebi o now so mo amugu Atwea mountains amodi musika nyina ema asofo se me so metina fie enom sa wan we wi next year no there is no indication say ubedi ye wo wiase ana say ubedi ye wo abrabom acheme ti na make acho ni you. There is no indication bibia di wa e kire say wo after say me no matina fie anom wan na wi no wo a wodi wusika nyina koma asofo ubedi ye wo abrabom acheme. There is no indication, there is nothing that shows, there is nothing that proves. And until I make sure will say yema ya dream na hona next year 2024 no, your decision, your choice, your life, your responsibility, everything you choose to do you can do if you plan and you make good use of chances that come into your life. You have to be able to identify opportunities that come into your life. Ewiase he mesi tie me ye we no kre na make acho no obi bia ni hwa oti wiase a obetimi akere se me de me ba wiase no menya chance bi ada e ntro na emom ya na ne tie ni say there are some people who are able to identify chances and make good use of them, and there are some people who are also unable. Now those who are not able, no, they are the ones who live in poverty, and those who are able, they are the ones who normally make it in life. Until life ankasa is somehow fair to almost everybody, because nobody chooses a parent. Me maufua ewo me koko krachi kweku Alexi enyame na meka sebi you koko krachi ni kweni sebi hie ni ewo me maame adwoa dansoa o chade o krase saa na odi wuye enyame na me kire se na chai me pese teacher ni sebi you oni kapre enwo me. There be nobody chooses a parent. We all find ourselves here by just we are here and we see ourselves. It abrabona obono. It is not your fault that you were born into poverty, but it is your fault if you die in poverty because maybe you failed to make the right choices. It's not about God. Say God will be your what? Yes, that God does not bless anybody. Are you telling me Bill Gates is a billionaire? Obinsu tiwiasi a onyaka prempo mfanto insompo nom. Are you telling me say nyankopon na edi ewiase musika nyina ma Bill Gates e na wo de esebio ka prempo a wo de todokono di prempo uni bi? There be. Then how can God be fair? God can never ever share money in that manner. Say wama obi over 200 billion. Na obinsu te Ghana one cedi pa sebio or de ko tiefi krampo no sa nipa no nibi. How can God share money in this way and manner? It tells you say so benya sika so bedi ye o wiase a it has got nothing to do with God. It has got nothing to do with prayer. Because Muslims don't believe in what you believe in. But so many Muslims are also rich. Who blesses them? What do you say? The Christian God is the one that blesses people with wealth or money. And I made sure to say the Muslims, the Hindus don't believe in the Christian version of God. Meanwhile, there are so many Muslims who are also wealthy and rich. Today, the whole Africa, the richest man is a Muslim. The richest man in Africa, Dangote, is a Muslim. Dangote is not a Christian. Dangote doesn't pay tithe. It also for now order that will say by paying tithe, and our Juma betimi etumpon ediama uno. Mecha will say Dangote doesn't pay tithe, but Dangote is more richer than you. Meaning, you face factu, now you face reality. Dangote to your tithe. Dangote kwa sorry. Samre ya mugu Atwea Mountain samoya cheka no. Dangote is planning on the next year budget. Dangote is planning how to expand his business empire next year. This is how rich people think. And this is the difference between the rich and the poor. Whilst the poor people are in the churches crying on God, the rich people are thinking on how to conquer the next year. Enuntina broni guso a okọ n'animu no enuntina ko black guso ti Ghana ahokyere ni ohiankwa no nemu because we fail to plan abribia we are here thinking say life revolves around prayer, life revolves around the Bible, life revolves around Christianity. It's a scam. And okọ asori ya osofo no when you enough capital to cross over into 2024. Just imagine, say, a pastor who has over 1,000 congregation. That's 1,040 na Obiama no empo 10 Ghana. Also for no, when you enough capital to cross over into 2024. Any business your pastor wants to do, your pastor will be able to do that business in the year 2024. But what about you, the church member? Now we are at Ghana how? Ena Duncan Williams the say, wache ne japadie nyina dia maniba. Now, so more for about 10 years in 20 years in Montreal title, any offering, Ediama Duncan Williams, Sasikano, and Duncan Williams, ultimately, Japadia, and Newanya be Achadiama Nimano. It's more Modi Sasikani Nama Duncan Williams, Embrana or Chene Japadiano, or share way Unyebiana, ne cars in Unyebi, not dine Unyebi, ne businesses in Unyebiana, and Tidachim is also Wama Bra. Duncan Williams in Mabech say, our father was a great man. Our father left a good legacy. Our father was able to build properties, amass wealth, and share among we, or share the wealth among we, the children. But what about you? Your children will say you were the useless father. Your children will say you were a very highly hopeless person who couldn't do anything for them. What has your father been able to do? Say or your father and or your bush because Embrana Ekufuado area Ghana by Sikano. Niasani Purpose or chairman say, where was my father? Why couldn't my father also steal? It's hard of us watching. It's a Nemusikana Modiama Danka Williamsa or the Japadie, Chamani man, and there's a once no one say Visca, and Fanya BB and Yaoma. Your children will curse you on your grave and will call you a useless father, a useless mother, an incompetent parent. Me, there be America. Someone ya mo sending me audios near the more wasting my time. Nobody will tell me what to do on social media, and nobody will tell me what to use my platform to do on social media. I do what I want to do. I say the things I want to say. And I make sure say me about social media. Me de minya mo amodi me chia channel. Me shall say we remu. Me de Bible honsem. Religion I shall say because I am of the view say religion is Africa's biggest problem aside politics. I am of that view say religion is Africa's biggest problem aside politics. Because and I can say wouldn't BP Abrofono they are planning. What is the budget for 2024? What are we to expect in 2024? What are we going to do in 2024? Abrofono, they are planning. Abrofono, they are thinking. The Chinese are planning. The Chinese are calculating. The Chinese are thinking. But what are we doing as Ghana for? What are we doing as black people? We are here thinking, say, God will take charge of everything. Sorry, scam. There is no God in the sky who interferes in the affairs of man. Sabi, what could drag butchery? What do you say? And your own pie bona or boy, no, and una and nam soon tia would mean a could drag butchery. That's Sebi, you, Jane Quay, say. It is a Yankopo, you, Yasia, obey me a shira was I Yankopono. A dear thing I went to me a shira or Ghana. Now just as I am Emma or two quite free Ghana, and qua butcher and sana ought to be a shira. A ya troy a scam. If we ask you try your luck, a farmer who are Usinyame, and farmer who are Usebonsam. Eti mu amotewa sebi you monda matria mountain say me wa ha me pop champagne o me champagne abribia red wine aminom. Red wine is good for the heart. Eti mu amon pensa no I am advising you say once a while take red wine because red wine is good for the heart. Red wine is good for your heart. Once a while a little bit of alcohol is not a crime. You understand? Me ba kra na me fa glass and put am in trouble kwa sa nya to aso. You see, once a while, a little bit of alcohol is not a crime. This is what the white people do. On the 31st night, they pop champagne and say, cheers to the year 2024. Cheers to greatness. Cheers to a good life. Cheers to we going to Africa to conquer. Cheers to say, Ghana for a good year. It's say, Oma Jimmy, Oma Dream, Musa Bibia in Yako Pontino. Omuntimi use omadwen menua omunim de enfan ade value omuntimi nto ade ntino yakọ Africa Ghana na yetu ateki 13% and as a sorry you after 13% e de ama Ghana for na ye no ye the over 87% akofie. This is what Abrofoni they do. They don't go to Atwea mountains. They don't go to any mountain to pray or to cry on any god. They pop champagne and cheers to greatness. Like I'm doing here. Cheers to everybody who is now watching me. See you in 2024. Cheers. Kwasia na dini sika ma osofo. Me dim sika be twa red wine. Kebe Jimmy. Me se kwasia ena ye adwumadi ko tu galamse. Kwasia ne ha ne hu owiase. Kwasia na edini sika koma osofo. Me se me dim sika be twa red wine sa. Cheers to 2024. This is what the white people do. Omo ni kwasia de na abodi Ghana no. Omo nye kwasia sem na amoye Ghana no. Alright.
Me sorry yes me yira aduane kama mama ya chikosua de me why say me nche because me re nim say me de wine ko de me ni je ho oba oti aware ase oba odoni kunu o create a home for you the man to have a feeling of you being welcomed in the home every time. It's not about any god. It's not about the church. It's not about the Bible. It's about your brain. It's about your brain. Are you hearing me? It is about your brain. You swaggy. Boga. Ekufado tiwono. Atwea mountains na mokono. Seka oje bi oho amese. Anka Ekufado chema wutumi abronye omo acha afa o. Anka it wouldn't be accessible to the poor. Any place which is accessible to the poor has no better value in life. That is why even inside education, we have rich schools and the poor schools. What they are teaching in the rich schools, they are not teaching the same thing in the poor schools. And the Ghana International School, GISA, near almost hono, and ya and we be na almost saito. Anything which is accessible to you, the poor, should tell you, say, it has no value. The rich understand, they say, it has no value. And what I mentioned will say, Senka Atwea mountains, Abono mountains, or JB or Wa, it wouldn't have been accessible to you, the poor. Me say, Anka Ekufo be travel the afa home, and sana ube rebunu, this is what you have $1,000. Rade. Me see ohiani we Jimmy sa. That is why the rich always separate themselves from the poor. Because they don't want the poor to infect their children with their negative mindset, with their colonial mentality. That is why the rich always separate themselves from the poor. Because they don't want you, the poor, to corrupt the mind of their children. And they will make catch because the poor man is full of garbage. The poor man is full of nonsense. The poor man oka enkwasiasem out of frustration or minua oka mwasem na dweni na ye jimisem. Atwea mountains, Abono mountains seka bibi wo hwa okobom paye a ebebua wo ama wadi ye wa brabo mu a mesenka Ekufuado obetwa wo de afa ho se wo ni $1,000 a untimi wuram. Because you the poor man have no access to Anglo Gold Ashanti because Anglo Gold hono a good year oho. Think. And you the poor man have no access to Anglo Gold Ashanti Empo. Oh yeah, where can poor open one? You are searched before you come out. It tells you say there is value in Anglo Gold Ashanti. And you the poor man have no access to Chemawun to Miss mining site. It tells you say there is something in Chemawun to Miss mining site which they don't want you the poor to have. So the moment the church opened its gate for every poor man to come, the moment Atwea mountains, Abono mountains open their doors for every poor man to come, it tells you say there is nothing for you to gain there as a poor man. Because if there was something there for you to gain as a poor man, Ekufuado would have won the place and charged $1,000 for entry fee. By this answer, be any ho. Niamukoye na ye cheka eradie afidie mafio eradie 2024 is my year of breakthrough. 2024 is my year of divine intervention. 2024 is my year of success. 2024 eye kasehunu. Believe you me, eye kasehunu niameke untie eye kasehunu. Sabi nyanse bi enim. Etubo se yewra 2024 me a me share Africa have yusu madwen ede adwumade no. I will be able to afford the bigger size of a tin milk. You see, where tin milk, this is one of the biggest sizes, tin milk. Matwa is me fear me try me tia menom. But you the poor man na okay de no. You might not be able to afford what I can afford because mawadwen no nyejuma. Reason nipa. Plan your life. Think like a rational human being. Everything is based on your own decisions, your own choices in life. Not any God. Uwankasa. How old are you now? You finally say be about 25 or 30 years. Just imagine say if you mra wo kra kan pudanka wo Sunday school o ma me di sikasha wonsem say faculty collection. Saa sika ni nyina na nka ye di bi account ma o save saa sika na ene. Anka saa broche na o pa kono. You have enough money to pay for your visa and everything. And your life will change. Nobody can tell what happens after we die. After we die there, masa ubi aba case. After we die, one seven abribia mo dey share with say han enkwaje no. Sebi enkwaje no. Broni concept o. Answer na broni ba Africa. We had nothing like enkwaje. But we are still dying. Broni na ebe dada will say Oba Ghana betu lithium ema 13%. Na se wudi here. Na se onompu nye sika. Menwe hu because minia abrabo ya ho Ghana ni ubo di kwasi asem. After life no ehwa na ma wadwene wo bibia nko. Broni na ada. Because na broni pese oria wo sika obe stand against onu broni nti. O change wadwe ebre wo hye wo se. Onfa ewiase nko ba bia. Now so the same abrofo na eba Africa be che will say onfa ewiase nko bia no, they are building the tallest buildings in the world. They are putting up sophisticated technologies in the world. They are doing amazing things and they are doing greater things. They are doing wonderful things to help their life to progress. But onba Africa be chere will say o de sebi you onfa ewiase nko bia na sebi you ewiase ye kwasi asem. Eye brainwash, think. Ubetimi ajinyame adi. You can believe in God. Boni bi ani ho. Listen to me carefully. Believing in God no boni bi ani ho. Now so tiasie say, believing in God doesn't solve your financial problems. Believing in God doesn't take you to any heaven because empo say heaven bi oho asa God no oka kire wo say ekwan ya obesi afa so awu asa heaven no ubetimi aba ne say you have to be good to your neighbor. O ntade mienu na se obi ni bi achene baako o aduane na se ekom de obi amane bi ni ani ade nyankopon na wogi nidi no o kire abrabo ase wo ba obetimi aba heaven hobi enti no bibia no is dependent on your life obeko heaven a your life obedi ye owiase a your life. Everything you live, your choices is all determines whether you go to heaven or whether you have a good life on earth. Everything is your choice. Because nyame ankyere will say onya sorry ya or ma also do akọ heaven there be or say but sa brabo we na so wu I'll have mercy on your soul. And you know and ankyere will say everything is clearly your life, your responsibility. Inti wadwin sebi wadwin ni unyansa e wo hefa. You can believe in God oh. Boni bia any ho they will say so many people believe in God. What has changed? Believing in God alone doesn't put wine on your table. Believing in God alone doesn't put wine on your table for you to drink wine early in the morning. No. Believing in God alone doesn't give you a good life. Believing in God alone doesn't change anything. And you can easily say, I believe in God. But what changes? Nothing changes. You have to go and work your ass out to make some money and have a good life. So go out there, use your brain, save something for yourself, work hard and change your life. Change your entire generation. Yeah, my friend, my brother, my sister. What do you say? 2024, no, there's some God out there who is going to bless you, dear girl. There's no God in the sky who blesses anybody in life. Everything is your choice. Today, Bill Gates is a billionaire because he founded Microsoft so many years ago. Today, the Google boys, Larry Page and the co-founder, they are billionaires because they made a choice some years ago to invent and come up with Google. Everything is your own choice. And then obiti abroche because that person made a choice. Say me free Ghana I have to die. So I have to reach abroad at all costs. It's a choice. You take it. You bear the consequences. Then you'll be able to grow and come to understand how people see life. Do you know say the rich and the poor see life differently? The way you the poor man see life, the rich man see life in a different way. Believe you me. The way the poor man see life, the rich man see life in a different way. Because one, for example, the poor man can go and buy something very cheap and say, Charlie, share me dear massa. Me a smart to me to Gucci. Apu ne board and day me to Louis Vuitton. Apu ne board and day me massa. Me sorry a huma check or kanta no bend down boutique me nya quality pa bo massa enye sikani tipani prema ni yo sikani dressing ni Gucci na me so basha me kanta tade no me ne nyina ye pe eye rich eye poor man's thinking. That is why we say poverty is very expensive. Because sa kanta atade na ukoyi no bend down boutique no obi na ahye e na ode abrewo. Enti ne lifespan no e reduced. Sa atade no omo ye ne say e was say edi be 5 years obi ahye ne be 3 years enti aka 2 years pe. Enti by 2 years time no you have to go and buy a new shirt. But the rich man will go and buy something quality. The rich man will go and buy something expensive that can take him for ample, sometimes even 10 years. Within 10 years of the rich man, no, now we will say the poor person now ura kanta no. What are the same at a 3 times or ample 4 or 5 times? You end up a year wasting money and spending so much money. Whilst the rich man or just buy something one, and that thing will go for up to 10 or ample sometimes 12 years. The thinking of the rich is different from the poor. That is why the rich people are always separated from the poor. So you find them in Airport Hills, you find them in East Legon, you find them in the very nice areas in Ghana, you find them in Trasaco. It's wild. You can't enter Trasaco. You can't enter with no ID. You can't enter if nobody has called you. It's a gated area. They have put a wall around themselves to separate themselves from you, the poor, because they know the brain of the poor man is full of garbage. And they don't want you, the poor man, to infect their children with your backward thinking, with your garbage mentality. So they always put a wall around themselves. That is why it is hard for you to meet the children of John Dramani Mahama. It is hard for you to meet the children of Akufo-Addo. It is hard for you to meet the children of Kennedy Ejapon and the rich guys, because they have put their children on a certain level. They don't believe in the nonsense you believe in. Believe you me, their thinking is different. The way they do their things is different. They don't go to they don't go to the same school that you, the poor, you go, because in the school of the poor man they teach nonsense. And I must say, and I Ghana for and a free SHS, wasi results, or more pass it to the stand. Say John Dramani Mahama, Adrian Puamudi Mahama, Temu say Mahama is jealous. Now, so upon all your 8 days in a winyan, and so kwa bruchira, na se one ko broni school, obayan kwasi adwuma sa na ode wu abrochire. Broni doesn't recognize that your 8 days. Broni doesn't recognize your poor nature of your school system, because they know, say, whatever they are teaching you in those schools is garbage. Oba brochira, you have to go for the white man to re-educate you. If not, you can't fit into their system. Oba yang kwasi ejuma brochira sa na odiewu. Iti Ghana for na MP school, oba kona oye nani or mesa, oba temri watu beans sa na odiewu. Oba tem kokra for 2 beans because onye wadwe say uko school. Because onye wadwe say, oh, kwama brunino, I'm a better quality education. I am making you to understand the difference between the rich and the poor. The rich people think differently. The rich don't think the way you think. The rich don't see the world in the eyes of you, the poor. They don't see the world the way you the poor, see the world. Because the poor person, the rich man doesn't think like that too. The rich man doesn't think like that now. So what they do, they say, the rich people, they use the same belief that they don't believe in. They use the same religion they don't believe in to control you, the poor. That is why the rich will always defend religion, because they use that system to control you, the poor. And I'm not Ghana. Madriya must say, the police are, for example, I'm inside Madriya must say, the police are friends. The police are here to protect us. The police are there to protect the big men from you, the masses who are hungry and poor and backward. Because how many police officers do we have in Ghana as compared to the whole population of Ghana? How many police? And then there are police people who are protecting Baumia. And now call Akufo-Addo fear. There are police people who are protecting Akufo-Addo. But you, the guys who are living in Kaneshi, you, the guys who are living in Choko, police in Ibe na Oba Mohobai. And as Samuya Madrid Sabuya Deboa, now police for no come and stop Sad Debono. So what does it tell you? They are protecting the big men and not you, the poor masses. Because the rich few people, they fear you, the masses, because they fear you, say, Samu Soria, they can't stand. because mo does chair omo because mona sebi yo ehia mo a accommodate mo. The police and the military, they are there to protect the rich people from the hungry masses, from the backward church-going masses, from the backward religious masses. They are there to protect the big men from you. But unim. When you na yeti Ghana and a bibia Bible bibia sorry minuya you can cross over 1,000 times. Say one change you what you nothing will change in your life. You can cross over 1,000,000 times. Say one kasa as an individual. Say one kasa as a person. One change what you nothing will change in your life. No crossing over can change your life. No crusade can change your life. No pastor can change your life. No amount of prayers can change your life. You change your life by changing the way you think and changing the way you do things. It's very simple. There ain't I want to ask here. You change your life by changing the way you think and by changing the way you do things. No amount of prayer, no amount of Atwea mountains can change your life. There be that. When you ask about you can continue to pray. We upon Yamaka in Echi Obuofu, that's also one say because the Americano is against what you believe in now. Oh, you are and Yamasabo, Onyambusheni, make a buminshia order. It's your own problem. Because meno and I make sure we say the kind of ohia mo nemu Ghana me masa me namsa ohianu mu me namsa ohianu believe you me the kind of ohia mo nemu Ghana me namsa ohianu intino so if you say you make ya mo asema wo it's over to you. Life is full of choices. You decide where you want to be tomorrow by the things you do today. And I want to say you decide where you want to be tomorrow through the things you do today. Oh, you're a young guy. Jack, save something for yourself. Tia sorry kono so nati title no so nati offering also. Save us can do something meaningful with your own life. Te ma someone also do something meaningful with your money. Believe you me. Time no day. Time no day. Me those days I not be over 22 years you know. Semeti se obi the 30 years. I mean who ni pani se wenyi ama. But I am almost 40 years. I am almost getting to 40 years. But here I am. I don't even feel I am going to 40 years. Because time is like the wind. Time passes so fast that you not even realize. Today, those who are 60 years and we are not able to do anything. What do you say? For example, Bogafui. Kwasi Ampeni, what's up, bro? 30 years. Onishe, Masa, Udia Gra, Ebetimiato. Because after 30 years now, it will come so fast. Yes. So 30 years now, Oka Hwasem say, Obiatra Brochebe 30 years, Otimo Brabiano, Utia Gra Ebetimiato, because 30 years, it will come so fast. Before you know it, what 30 years, Unishi. Ninano depends on your choices, your decisions of today, how you plan your life. And yet any God, and yet any God. Because so you say time one Yankopon, everybody we are now won't come home. One boy yame. And I'm boy. Time one Yankopon, I say, let there be light no. Oh, now so light no matter. Maybe so. Time one Yankopon, I command say, let there be light no. And you now so light no matter. Time one Yankopon, everybody in sober we are saying, and you now boy no boy. Inti and so no when you are braboa. Don't expect the same God to come and help you live your life. Because time one all body we are saying, one boy no. Inti ene wonso when your life will live you there. Ekoye ma wa eyewa anko ya ma wonso eyewa. Minia me ka reality na akire wo. Ai me ka no kra na akire me no kra nti ye pemasem. And bia na I concentrate on politics and leave religion. Because here, maybe social media, me no trust in my dream say, maybe social media no, and some say na America, and some say na America. Me no dream home, and some sebi you, maybe social media. Me hear my dream say make a sama John Dramani Mahama no. Me no trust in dream who and sana me hear my dream. Because here too, and so to an yes no audio, and I concentrate on politics and leave the belief of people and whatever. Dabramo ya muha. Nobody tells me what to say and what not to say on social media. Nobody. I say what I want to say. I do what I want to do with my own platform. Opa create and also come with here. On Tiasa create and also come with here. In the America Kosiani say, let us all take have a toast into 2024. And for Usika Komaso for Kwasiampeni Bimani there be Mbuawa Brabum. Next year, no, life is your own choices. Etienne taking a simple sip towards the year 2024. 2024, a year 2024. Say ubeye ya, it depends on what you decide to do with your life today. 2024, ubeye ya, jaiwusi kana wodema the church, you know. Jaiwusi kana wodema asofo because uhia besia, asori ebo besia. And better for you to keep your money in the bank than for you to keep your money in the church, because if you keep your money in the bank, the day you need a loan, the bank can give you a loan, but the church can never ever give you a loan. It is good to keep your money for yourself. You have your own money to save your own life. The church will never ever help you in any way. Next year, begin to save your money for your own self. Next year, begin to save your money for your own self. Enya about Atwea Mountain, enya about Abono Mountain, enya about Ehefa Mountain. It's about how you sit down and plan your life. Plant a seed in your own life today. Seeds are not planted on concrete floors. And now so for that I will say, and I sow seed, seeds are not planted on concrete floors. So don't sow that seed in your own life. Tell yourself next year I must change my mind. Tell yourself next year, no, I must change the way I see the world, and the way I go, the way I go about the God matters. Welcome 2024 in a grand style. Welcome 2024 by having a toast to good life. Welcome 2024 by changing the way you think, by changing the way you do things. Welcome 2024 by having the right information. You see, the difference between the rich and the poor is that the rich people have the right information, but the poor don't. The poor think everything is God. The rich think everything is by what you do. So they always try their best possible ways to do something for themselves and their families. While the rich man will think and say, oh, Jali, now say, so won't kwada 10 kra, nyame de hwem kwada, o kan kwasi asem, nyame be de hwem kwada, o kan bu asem. O ko your friend say, akrambo, and I say, nungwamo. Achimota mo koto diapers no. Unhu se nyame bi to diaper. Unhu se nyame bi to diaper. Nyame bia de wiase a ohwe nkwada ho. Boga. Ewrade yakopon me se ya bre washi ya che o. Nyame bia de wiase a ohwe nkwada ho. Everything is you. Enti sa nkwase awo na wo no. All the problem will come back to you. Enye nyame bia sewo. Jenne senipa. Elite Fojo. Thank you so much for the whole year. Why? You have followed me. You have been sharing all my videos, commenting on every video I make. I really appreciate you. Sway Ghana, I really appreciate you. Niboy, never say Niboy, I really, Charlie, I dey fool you, brutal. I dey fool you, brutal, Niboy. I dey fool you, brutal. I dey fool Niboy, brutal. Yeah. Mwabugu so amo share na Charlie. Why Joseph, Charlie, cheers. I dey fool you guys. Brutal. Yeah, I dey fool you guys, brutal. Why be Charlie made a boy in for the whole year in a minimum on social media. I try to get you Charlie made us Gideon, but that's why the whole year in a minimum it's my wish, it's my hope we say next year. So no, you bet me I couldn't say I hope check us here now. Some of us we find ourselves saying, you bet me a free hole. Lily P is Charlie. Lily P, I dey fool you, brutal. Jemfia Fojo, I dey fool you, brutal. Nana Frepon, Zega, I dey fool you, brutal, Charlie. Cheers to all of you. Cheers to a happy life. Cheers to a good life. Cheers to mental emancipation. Cheers to happiness and cheers to good health in the year 2024. Cheers. Alrighty. Me say, we are making Ubisha Krebia say what alcohol sama. Na no nyina troka na fro nya troka se abroje no ohianti we entroka body we esiesie wakoma. Red wine is good for your cardiac health. Unima me ka kire na so ene ohianti obi hye kurase wa no ma petition sa ma me nua ne nim nyina tro ka se abro nya anim alcohol nti ne nim nyina tro ka se abro nya anim me nua I love you guys so much. Chris, me da say be Francis, so me da say. I'll see you guys in the evening with the main broadcast of Freemind Live. I'll see you guys in the evening. You say there, it's a good morning from here. I'm not taking my wache breakfast. My wache with kusuya breakfast. I have me to beans na manua mi wache. We me and me yere wasua ni na yo. Me yere wako YouTube wasua wache na ye. Onim kokonteka onim katenkwan ye nim wache na because oba no na ni abre pa se worry. Inti wa cha say wa bring ni mo jani pese osua me culture sua me duane no asua me bibia wache enya me na me kire me yire o ono a ne call YouTube esua asani ayesi no wache onim enkruma kwan ye onim me say banku na onimuka because me yire ni mu say once I me worry Ghana ni die e wo say me sua Ghana fo aduane ye na me ye che say me ye aduane a etana koma so ma no oba papa no Oba odo bema no oba odwen bema ho eno no enya mu die bi o pizza foi o yiwa akramu a ye besan so ehia bi why me da bo nyina wase Suleiman me da se Suleiman Charlie yeah me da se be thank you guys so much. I'll see you later in the day. Have a nice time and have a happy new year in advance. Bye.